What is going on, guys? It's Reflex here, and I got an interesting comment on one of my videos that I honestly did not notice, so shouts out to this person. I'll put you on the screen if, I don't think you really truly care. But anyways, when it comes to the next Kingdom Hearts game, I was under the assumption, mainly because it's kind of what has been said in many articles, but maybe I took it a different way, but Nomura said that there would be 2 more games before the mainline game of Kingdom Hearts 4. And I was under the assumption that Dark Road counted as one of, a side game, and so did Melody of Memory. So I was thinking that Kingdom Hearts 4 was for sure next. But now my question to you, and we can have a discussion, I'll be talking about it throughout this video, but leave down in the comment section below, what do you think the next Kingdom Hearts game is going to be? Do you think it's going to be a Dream Drop Distance 2? Because it would make sense. Or do you think it's going to be Kingdom Hearts 4? Because it would also make sense. Now, if you look at the timeline of the little Phase 2 kind of Marvel-esque thing that Kingdom Hearts was doing, there's 2 more boxes before the end of at least the first row, which I'm believing that is until Kingdom Hearts 4. I'm not entirely sure what the bottom row is, but regardless, it does look like there is going to be 1 more game before Kingdom Hearts 4, which would make sense. It would have to come out next year for Nomura to hit his mark of releasing a 20th anniversary Kingdom Hearts. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that 20th anniversary Kingdom Hearts has to be Kingdom Hearts 4, but I think it would be perfect for that to be that. Now, if we look even further into these articles that Nomura's had numerous ones, and it's really hard to find these, so if you don't see anything on your screen, it's because there's too many and I couldn't find them. But just take my word for it, because I'm going to be going against what I've been saying pretty much this year, but it's just because I started to read these articles a lot. But if we looked at what Nomura was saying, he did state that a Kingdom Hearts 4 could be in the works, but there would need to be something written for it. And he said that there is more of a gap that needs to be bridged to make a said game of Kingdom Hearts 4. And this was, I believe, either before or after, but it was really close to either the release of Melody of Memory or after the release of Melody of Memory. It does seem like it still sounds as if there is 1 more game that's going to be released before Kingdom Hearts 4. And why I'm saying this is because he's saying this close to Melody of Memory coming out, to the point where he wouldn't say that, oh, something else needs to be written, because he would say, oh, something else is already being written to bridge them, so the next has to be Kingdom Hearts 4. But instead he says that something needs to be written for it, and I have more ideas to bridge the gap in between. And I thought the gap was Melody of Memory, but instead, judging by the ending of Melody of Memory, which you don't have to worry about spoilers yet, I will say spoilers ahead once I get to that point, but instead, judging by the ending of Melody of Memory, which I won't talk about, but it does seem like there will be something in between Melody of Memory and Kingdom Hearts 4. So I guess it would make a lot of sense that there would be 1 more bridge game to kind of set up Kingdom Hearts 4 even more, because I honestly thought Melody of Memory did a good job setting up what would be the next saga. But now I'm thinking about it, maybe it's just setting up the next saga, but it's really setting up the next game to set up the next saga again, which I'm cool with, but it just depends on how long they take for this one. Like, I kind of want it to be maybe December 2021 for the next bridge game. I'm gonna call them bridge games because I don't want to call them side games, because technically Nomura did call them side games, but I seem to push a nerve every time I call them side games, and I don't understand why, because there's just a negative stigma on side games that only exists in the Kingdom Hearts realm and not in literally any other realm. Like Metal Gear Solid, for instance, there's side games in there that are important to the story, but no one complains about them. But with Kingdom Hearts, you call anything a side game and everyone wants to come and crucify me, which I don't understand. When it's not my fault I'm calling them a side game when that's what they are. Nomura said it. He didn't call them spin-offs, he called them side games. So I feel like if I call them spin-offs, that's almost more kind of technically more demeaning to the title. But even then, it's still not, because spin-offs also are important depending on what it is. But I'm off that, because that's just a whole, I'm asking for some hate down below. But that's fine. I'll deal with it when the time comes. Well, let's talk about spoilers of Melody of Memory. Not necessarily all of it, but yes, I suggest this will be the end of the video for you, or maybe there'll be a timestamp after I'm finished to to where you can return, I'll leave it in the either the comment section or on the video right now, as you can see. But with Melody of Memory being done, and you see Kairi's going to be training with Master Aqua, Riku's going to Quadratum, and Mickey's going to Scala ad Kylum, that is a perfect side game. But it's not, it can't be, in my opinion, it cannot be Dream Drop Distance unless they decide to do a Sora Riku Dream Drop Distance again, where Sora's in Shibuya and Riku is in Quadratum. And they could literally play their parts out and set up the saga that is truly going to be like this whole Yozora saga. It's not going to be its own saga. I think it's more going to be another bridge gap to the fight with Master of Masters, Lucia, and the Foretellers. That is the saga. That is the next game on the chess. That is the next chess game. The pieces are set and ready to go. Now we're just waiting for that to be initiated. And I think Yozora's little arc has to be done for that to continue. And Dream Drop Distance, it could bridge the gap of, you know, finishing off the Yozora thing where, you know, Riku goes to Quadratum, restores, which I'm going to call her Stella. That's not her name, but they haven't said her name. It's pretty much the nameless star at this point, but we're just going to say Stella. So he's going to probably restore Stella to her form, which is going to help Yozora, like, oh, so you're here to help me, kind of. Like, it'll be a long ongoing conflict, but in game, he's going to bring back Stella. Yozora's going to probably be like, oh, okay, I see that you're good and all this and that. So he helps bring back Sora. Sora's going to have to go through his own trial in Shibuya to get even to a point where he can be brought back, but then he'll get brought back and it'll be all happy ever after. We might get a secret ending of Kairi training, but see, that's the thing that's a little bit interesting. There might have to be another bridge game because we can't be hearing about Mickey going to Scala ad Kylum to find these clues of the ancient Keyblade wielders, which, I mean, I'm not entirely sure who those are, if those could be, you know, the foretellers, or if those are just going to be like Master of Masters. Are we going to talk about the Dark Road people, which would be Xehanort, Ericus, and the rest of the gang? Are we going to get a little bit of the Odin talk, where we're just all of a sudden in Baldur? Are we going to get into Norse mythology with it? Or is it Greek mythology? I'm not entirely sure. Just let me know down in the comment section below to correct me. Because I always want to be correct in these videos, and me recording these live without doing too much extensive research, because I don't like my videos to sound scripted, mainly because I like my videos to sound as authentic as possible, which sometimes hinders the quality of them because it's like a give or take. Because if I give a script and it sounds great, but then it's going to sound unnatural, but the information's going to be correct. But if it's not scripted, it's going to sound more natural and it could sound better, but the information has a chance to be wrong. Now, I'll take that chance because I know at least the community that I got, which is the Kingdom Hearts community, you guys are pretty nice when it comes to correcting people. So, I mean, I always enjoy when I see something down below that explains something to me, so I always appreciate it. But yeah, like, I could see Sora and Riku's arc being the Dream Drop Distance 2, because that would be the perfect game for it. First game for a PS5 release, or maybe they'll release for a PS4, I don't know. But that'd be a perfect game for it, because regardless, you could play it on either console. But then we'll have the training arc with Aqua, which I feel like they could do that in the Kingdom Hearts 4, so they don't necessarily need to depict that in a Dream Drop Distance 2. Maybe not even for, maybe they don't need to actually depict Mickey going to Scala ad Kylum either. They could do that for a Kingdom Hearts 4 piece as well. I don't know. It does sound good. I like the potential. We'll just have to keep up with Dark Road and Union Cross to see where their story lies. So, because my headcanon now, I'm accepting that Kingdom Hearts 4 will be in 2022-2023. Maybe it'll be touted for that release, but they'll make a Dream Drop Distance 2 regarding the arc with Yozora, Sora, and Riku, as well as The World Ends With You, if those characters are actually implemented into the story. But then we'll have the training arc with Aqua, as well as Mickey going to Scala ad Kylum, that I feel like that could actually be bridged into Kingdom Hearts 4 and Kingdom Hearts 4, because you know how they did the whole 2.9 with Kingdom Hearts 3. I thought that was funny, but I was like, oh no, don't do this to me, no. But that was a good joke. But they could do a little prologue type thing. Maybe they'll do maybe 2.8 instead of 0.8. Or 0.2. What was it again? Oh my god, I forget all my games. I have them, but yeah, they could have another little small bridge game, like almost a demo, almost like how 0.2 was. So with Aqua, so they could probably do that with Mickey going to Scala Kylum, but no, that's too big of an arc for him to go to Scala Kylum to find clues of ancient Keyblade wielders, when it's like, I feel like that needs to be played, it needs to be seen, and it needs to be told very well. Aqua and Kairi doesn't necessarily need to be told well or even need to be depicted too much, but I still want to see it because I want Kairi to be the best Keyblade wielder of all time. I feel like she is the key for the next arc with Master of Masters, Lucia, and the Foretellers. They need Kairi. I don't know why. I want to say it has something to do with her becoming a Keyblade Master as well as being a Princess of Heart, but that's just what I want. I'm not entirely sure what Nomura has planned, but still, that'd be awesome if she is the key, and I believe she will be. But yes, for the people that cared about spoilers, you are welcome back. But what we said today was that Kingdom Hearts 4 will actually not be the next game, and I agree with people now that were telling me so. Nomura really worded his articles a little weird, but now I kind of get it. But I believe the next game will be Dream Drop Distance 2, regarding Sora, pretty much regarding the secret ending of Kingdom Hearts 3. Like, that's really what it comes down to, is the secret ending of Kingdom Hearts 3 will be what Dream Drop Distance 2 will be. Kingdom Hearts 4 will probably depict, no, that's a spoiler, I can't say this. So, okay, never mind, but the next game will be Dream Drop Distance 2, maybe have a secret ending, and it will depict some stuff that happened, you know, spoiler related into Melody of Memory. And then we'll get Kingdom Hearts 4 later. But yes, we do have at least one game before Kingdom Hearts 4 in my opinion. But we still have to also keep track of Kingdom Hearts Dark Road as well as Union Cross. I'm not sure when those stories are done, but it's getting juicy now. We already heard about Ventus, and we heard a lot. We've seen a lot. And Baldur just got introduced, well, not just introduced, but he got introduced a little while ago in Dark Road. So we're getting more into the Norse mythology of things, or Greek mythology, whichever one it is. Like I said, just let me know down in the comment section below. But just let me know down in the comment section below your guys' thoughts on what you think the next game will be and why. I would love to read all the comments, because when YouTubers say they read all the comments, I do feel like that's a little bit, you know, an exaggeration. But with me, I legitimately heart every single comment because I have it on my phone. I see notifications, and seeing a notification of a comment just makes me happy. So I'm always there. And I know that sounds corny, but like, it's literally true. I'm always reading my comments. So yes, just let me know your thoughts down below. And if you guys did enjoy this video, leave a like, subscribe, and you guys know the drill. I will see you guys later.